Bonjour les amis, c'est Madame. Now that you've learned some of the vocabulary related to clothing, I thought we would work on expressing what you're wearing in complete sentences. Ooh. So, if you wanted to ask someone what they're wearing, which actually is a question you might ask since we're quarantined, you would say, Qu'est-ce que tu portes aujourd'hui? So, porter is a regular ER verb. It means to carry or to wear. So, a portable is a carryable computer or cell phone, but here it means to wear in this context. Qu'est-ce que tu portes aujourd'hui? What are you wearing today? Je porte une, des. So a common mistake that students make is that they will say things like, Je porte une mitaine. I'm wearing a mitten. Or je porte une chaussure. I'm wearing a shoe. So make sure if it's plural that you say des. If you're talking about somebody else, you would say il porte or elle porte, obviously. Par exemple, aujourd'hui, je porte un pull violet à manches longues et je porte un jogging gris. Je porte des chaussettes grises et blanches, rayées, et je porte des pantoufles. Je porte aussi un collier avec un diamant et des boucles d'oreilles d'or et avec des perles violettes et vertes. If you were looking at an article of clothing, for example, in a catalog, on a website, or in a store, remember going to stores? You might say, Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is that? And if you wanted to identify it, you would say it is a whatever, or they are in the plural. So, c'est une chemise, c'est un t-shirt, c'est une robe, ce sont des chaussures, ce sont des chaussettes, ce sont des t-shirts, if you had more than one. For example, ici, nous avons deux t-shirts. Alors, il y a un t-shirt blanc et un t-shirt bleu. Notice that when you're talking about colors and most other adjectives, they come after the noun. So a t-shirt blue, not a blue t-shirt. If I were wearing a skirt, I would say je porte une jupe. If I were wearing this one, I would say je porte une jupe multicolored. Rayée would be striped. I could say the colors. Je porte une jupe blanche, jaune, orange et noire. Je porte une jupe noire. So if I were looking at this slide, I could say ce sont des jupes. These are skirts. Again, pay attention to adjectives. Un t-shirt bleu. So t-shirt is masculine, otherwise it would be une. So you have un t-shirt bleu, une jupe noire. So feminine, so you add the extra E to noir. Un t-shirt jaune, une jupe jaune. If the adjective already ends in E, you don't have to change it for the feminine unless, dun dun dun, you have an accent on the E. Then you would add an extra E. Just like if I say, Paul est fatigué, there's no extra E. But if I say, Sonia est fatiguée, I would add an extra E to agree with Sonia. Doesn't sound any different, but it's spelled differently. Une chaussette blanche. So again, if you are wearing a sock, a white sock, there would be no S here. Notice blanc is an irregular adjective. The feminine adds this H. So there are some irregular adjectives, which we'll talk about another day. Des chaussettes blanches. Je porte des chaussettes blanches. I'm wearing white socks. Just a little bit on irregular adjectives. We'll talk more about this, as I said, another day. These are the masculine forms of some common adjectives. They're irregular. So if I'm talking about a dress, I would say, oh, c'est une belle robe. This is the feminine column. Cher is not really that irregular. It just has the accent, which you probably remember from your pen pal letters, if your pen pal was a girl. This would be the masculine plural. So, for example, EAU adjectives will add an X to make them plural. Notice this feminine form of vieux is very strange. It's vieille, it means old. So, un vieux t-shirt, une vieille robe. Nouveau means new. So nouveau, nouvelle. So a lot of times these have L's on them. Cher, blanc, blanche, we already talked about. And then most of the time for the feminine plural, you just add an S to whatever the feminine singular was. So if I'm talking about socks, I would say I have some old socks. De vieilles chaussettes with an S. These three are a little funky. These are special forms for just these three adjectives, beau, nouveau, and vieux. And they have special forms in front of a masculine singular word beginning with a vowel. So if I said I had a new computer and I used ordinateur, I would say un nouvel ordinateur. An old man would be un vieil homme because starts with H, which acts like a vowel. Un bel anorak, a beautiful jacket. So those are some that you might see. Some examples. Je porte une cravate bleue à pois, polka dotted. Tu portes un beau manteau brun. You are wearing a beautiful brown coat. Ces chaussures, these shoes, ces chaussures sont élégantes. Notice the ES to agree with chaussure because that's feminine plural. So I have to add an E and an S. Mais beaucoup trop cher à mon avis. So again, I made the feminine plural cher because chaussure, we're still talking about the shoes. That's feminine plural. Ce pantalon est bon marché. This pair of pants is a good deal. It's cheap. It's not too expensive. Notice that in English, pants are plural, but in French, it's singular. So ce pantalon est. Usually you only wear one pair of pants at a time. So if you say, I'm wearing pants, you say, je porte un pantalon, not des pantalons. Conversely, we say in English shorts, but in French it's singular also. So je porte un short. You don't say I'm wearing shorts, just you say I'm wearing a pair of shorts. Think of it as a pair of shorts. J'adore tes boucles d'oreilles violettes. Here's another irregular adjective, violet, purple, doubles the final consonant before you add the E to make it feminine. So I love your purple earrings. Couple of examples. So I'm just going to give you some listening practice here. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un pull blanc à manches longues. Ça, ce sont les manches. Ça, c'est un gilet à carreaux. À carreaux. Une veste is a jacket. Un gilet is a sweater vest. So be careful. It's a faux ami. Ça, c'est une robe. C'est une robe rouge. Alors, elle est rouge. Because robe is feminine, I would say she is, but it's really it is. Elle est rouge. La robe est sans manches. Il n'y a pas de manches. Et la robe est assez longue et il y a une ceinture aussi. C'est très joli. La robe est simple mais jolie à mon avis. Okay, so I think that's good. That gives you a little sense of what to talk about in your Google question for the day. You are going to say something that talk about what you are wearing and something that somebody else in your house is wearing. Have fun. Merci.